Well, a teenager in custody.
His name is Eric Nausch.
We know the suspect is here at Metro headquarters.
While the media churns the news of Eric Nausch's arrest, the 19-year-old suspect himself is alone with his thoughts, slumped across an interrogation table, while others are thinking, just who is this kid?
His Instagram account is full of photos of what appear to be drugs.
By all accounts, Nausch is a wannabe gangsta rapper and low-level drug dealer known on the streets as Baby G, the kind of guy who ends up either famous or in jail, or in this case, both.
You got your water? All good? Mm-hmm. All right.
But his close friend Caitlin Christian sees him more as a lost child whose father committed suicide in 2010 and is now living with his mother and a baby sister.
Eric is a good person. Eric has a huge heart.
Nausch may be in need of a father figure, and Detective Clifford Mogg is happy to oblige, kicking off the interview with a laid-back Miranda warning.
I just need to advise you of your rights, and then I want to talk about you. All right, you have the right to remain silent.
After some friendly talk,
So, tell me about Eric.
the cuffs are off, trust building.
You'll be cool with us, aren't you?
And very slowly, Detective Mogg starts pulling the string.
In your mind, what's this all about? Tell me.
Well, you guys think that I did something.
Nausch says he's no killer, just a pothead who likes to light up at Anson Park. Curiously, the park just across the street from the junior high school where Tammy Myers was giving that driving lesson.
The park has always been my #1 spot.
But Nausch says on the night of Tammy's murder, he was hanging out at this guy's house,
Yeah, murder, 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 kill, kill.
a local rapper named Young Crane.
I went over there sometime between the afternoon and I was there until the next morning.
Then talk of weapons.
Have you ever been in possession of any handguns, real guns?
Yeah, but I got rid of it.
When?
Probably about like a month ago.
So describe the gun.
It was like this big,
Mm-hmm.
and it was black and it was silver.
Much needed protection, Nausch says, because rival drug dealers had been threatening him and his family.
Kids threaten your family or other people threaten your family?
Yes.
An hour later, detectives finally reveal their hand, letting Nausch know they've already blown up his alibi because his best friend Caitlin has told them everything.
Katie really likes you. She said you were like a little brother to her.
Where he'd been, what he'd done, and the gun he did it with.
I knew about that gun that you were talking about way before you ever told me.
This is crazy, dude.
It is. Everybody's trying to see you do the right thing, but everybody realizes that you made a bad mistake that night, okay? And the fact that you sought out Katie to talk to that night, that lets me know that this was really bothering you.
Cornered, Nausch can no longer carry the weight on his slender shoulders.
Come here, Eric. Look, son, tell me what happened, okay? You gotta get this off your mind.
I ain't mean to no more though, bro. No more, bro.
So tell me what happened. Tell me from the beginning, Eric.
Now get ready for Nausch's story, which begins just after 10 o'clock. That night, he's in the park, armed and paranoid over the threats he'd been receiving when he notices Tammy's Buick circling slowly in the school parking lot.
Every direction I went, she was just following. Everywhere I went, that car was there.
He says he was sure it was someone stalking him, so he hides and calls a friend to pick him up so he can get away.
It was a smooth 30-45 minutes before I even got in a car, until I knew this car was out of sight.
The friend arrives in a silver Audi sedan. Nausch thinks he's escaped his enemies, but almost instantly crosses paths with that Buick once again.
They just came out of nowhere. They were following us, and they didn't even turn.
He tells police something that surprises them, that someone in the other car was brandishing a gun at him.
So far, we have you telling us that these people were waving a gun, okay? Waving a gun out the window. Listen to me. Nobody but you have said that.
And he reveals something else that thus far has gone unreported. He fires shots at Tammy's car even before the fatal shooting.
And I just cocked it back and I started shooting them.
He says the cars separate and he starts heading home. But as he turns onto a street, suddenly they are once again face to face And Nausch, now panicking, follows that car into the cul-de-sac.
I really thought these were the guys that had been threatening me this whole time.
When you pulled into the cul-de-sac, what did you see?
First thing I seen them running up to the door. That's all I kept thinking is they going to grab more straps. And I didn't let every bullet I had in there. I got scared.
After unloading his gun, Nausch flees the scene, thinking he'd protected his family. It's only days later, Caitlin says, they both realize he may have just destroyed one.
What was his reaction when he realized that it was Tammy?
Nauseating remorse. Like he could not understand how it happened. How did it go from I was terrified and these are some punk kids looking for me to the life of a mother?
He saves his biggest surprise for last, telling police Myers is not only one of his neighbors, he knows her, has eaten dinner at her table.
So you know the family.
I know the whole family, man.
Is there anything you want me to tell the family?
Like, my intentions were to take someone who was going to harm my family up. Not my homie's mom. Not Tammy.
The stunning relationship is confirmed for the first time when Bob Myers later addresses the press.
We knew how bad he was, but we didn't know he was this bad.
Myers claiming his wife had mentored the troubled youth.
My wife spent countless hours at that park consoling this boy. She was really good to him. She fed him, she gave him money, she told him to pull his pants up.
Some saw it as odd that you didn't disclose that you knew him to the media at one point, and then later on you did.
Because I didn't know. I never knew Nausch's last name. I knew him as Eric. I didn't know until I saw his picture on television.
Detectives leave their suspect alone in that room, this time to call his mother and let her know he won't be coming home.
Mom, I love you. I love you. Okay, I've already told them everything. The only reason I confessed, Mom, was because they knew everything.
But the case is far from closed. Nausch won't give up the driver of the silver sedan and claims no knowledge of any prior road rage incident.
The so-called confession has some problems with it.
And was there a darker side to the relationship between Tammy and her killer?
Mrs. Myers used to come to the park and try to purchase things off of him.